Hi ladies! I wanted to show you this makeup look I did for a witch party that I went to last weekend. Just kind of a witchy look. I started out with this concealer that I love. It's Sephora brand and it's called Bright Future, and I believe the shade is Buttercream. And I love this stuff. It looks like I'm running out here, but I need to get a new tube of it because I love this stuff. It always does such a good job. And then I'm going to blend out that concealer. I use NARS translucent powder with my beauty blender, and I kind of bake it on. Usually I just do like under my eyes, but I wanted to have a more pale look for my witchy face, just to kind of have more contrast. So I kind of did this all over. Next, I did some contouring. I'm using NARS Laguna shade, and I just use an angled brush, and I just go in on the sides of my nose and underneath my nose, and then just right below my cheekbones, and just kind of frame my face. And I also went in and just kind of did a quick highlight on my nose with the Sephora brand concealer. Just went back in there and blended it out. The blush I'm using is called Tarte, and it's called Paaarty, and it's with 3 A's. P-A-A-A-R-T-Y. I love that shade. Next, I'm just using a primer from Benefit, and it's an eyeshadow primer, and I'm just putting it on here. It's going to help my eyeshadow stick on there throughout the night, and it also makes my eyeshadow like show up better. So the shade is like showing its true shade. And I started with this white shadow just as a base color on my lids. That particular palette is NYX Natural palette, and I recently found that at Target. It has a lot of really pretty colors that I like to use, especially in the fall. That's me looking for my eyeshadow that dropped on the floor. Next, I used NYX Shadow, and this shadow is the shade called Moneymaker, and it's a super bright green. I honestly only use this at Halloween time, but it's kind of fun. Maybe I could find another time to incorporate it into one of my looks. It took a few shades, a few applications to make it super bright like I wanted. Sorry about the lighting in this video. I was by my window and it's just, I don't know, that time of day that the lighting made it really tricky. Next, I'm going in and I'm using a MAC palette, and it's a MAC little single eyeshadow thing, and it's this shade is called Blackberry. And I just put it into my crease and down on the side. I just kind of blend it out. I really love this shade, Blackberry. It's like a really soft purple, purpley brown, and it goes with just a ton of different looks. and I use it a lot. Next, I apply this darker shade of purple. It's also MAC, and it's called Sketch. And I just kind of apply it right in my crease, but I don't blend it as much this time. And it just gives that kind of deeper drama to my crease here. Just do a little bit of blending right in here. Make sure it's all looking good. At this point, I was looking and I decided that I wanted a little bit more sketch in there. A little bit more drama. I mean, if you're gonna go to a witch's party, you gotta go all out, right? Okay, maybe this isn't all out, but I just wanted a little bit more drama here. Usually I never put eyeshadow in the inner parts of my eyes because I just like it to be super light and bright. But this time I did, just because of the Halloween feel of everything. Next I use this NYX Micro Brow Pencil, and I use this stuff every day and I love it. I use the shade Ash Brown. And on this look, I was super dramatic and defined with the brows, just because I was dressing up as a witch. A lot of times I'll just line my brows with this micro brow pencil, and then I'll fill it in with like a shadow or a brow shadow that's like specifically meant for brows. But this time I just decided to use the pencil for the whole thing. So I start kind of in the inner corner and I line the bottom. And I bring it over, I line the top. And then once everything is lined, then I fill it in. I usually do not do my brows this defined or dark. It's a little scary. Next I use this e.l.f. liquid eyeliner, and it's in the shade Jet Black. I hardly ever use liner, let alone liquid liner. So this took me a little while because I'm just not, I'm not fast at it. But when I do the cat eye look, I always start on my bottom lip, my bottom lash line. And I start kind of in the middle and work my way out. And then I slowly connect the top, my top lid to the bottom. Put a line in there. And I go and do the same thing on the other side. I always find it tricky to match the cat eye, the wing tip from one eye to the other, because my eyes are, I think, shaped just a little differently from one another, so it can be a little tricky, but if you use the same kind of steps, I think that you can get a pretty close look. Sorry, it's not a very good picture here. I'll work on that, ladies. Do a little eyelash curlage. And I'm using Maybeline, Great Lash, my favorite mascara. I'm using waterproof mascara. You never know what's gonna happen at a party, you know? I mean, cauldrons bubbling over. No, just kidding. I like using waterproof mascara because it keeps my lashes curled through the day, and it just kind of freezes them in place. So that's a little trick I like. If I'm looking for extra volume on my lashes, I'll just go in and kind of go vertical with the mascara wand, just to kind of put another little layer on there. And this lip color is NYX Butter Gloss, and the shade is Raspberry Tart. And it looks really purple when you like open it up, but it actually is just, I mean, it's purple-ish, but it's actually a really pretty, like, I don't know, berry color. And I actually wear this color when I'm not dressing like a witch. I wanted to kind of splay my eyebrows up just to be another layer of weird. Thanks for watching and following along this video. Check out ednajames.com for more.